'Twas the night before Christmas, and stuck in the lab was a graduate student with the work that he had. His deadlines past due and his grading ungraded. The hopes he would finish had just about faded. After hours of work, he just finally succeeded to get his experiment to do what he needed. He'd made sure the optics were fastened real tight to prevent any signals traveling faster than light. One last time, he adjusted some knobs, thinking, hey, other people have real jobs. Then, all of a sudden, no trumpet or clash, a little green light began to flash. The data of which he could once only dream was now rushing in quite a stream. He could at last cleanse that no results stigma with robust results at 4 or 5 sigma. To his PI he wished he could explain the ecstasy, the glee he could hardly contain. Yet, no matter how many times he pushed send, there was only silence at the other end. With so many days of underground, he did not know if his mind was still sound. He'd begun to turn translucent white from lack of exposure to natural light. When he signed up, he'd had no forewarning. He'd so often have to work through till morning. All-nighters no longer an effort to pull. Fuel as he was, by cans of Red Bull. But such vigor is not contained without bounds. His stomach a chorus of grumbling sounds. 'Twas time for a break, without any doubt. His ramen supply had finally run out. He donned his boots and trudged up the stairs, shedding, he thought, his world of cares. Outside at last, an empty street, far fewer people than he thought he would meet. Why, he wondered, what was the reason? The end of the world, or just the season? They'd long been foretold, those doomsday predictions. Had they turned out to be more than fictions? Then he remembered, his worry did mount. He'd missed the end of the Mayan long count. Now frightened and scared, he set out to find some people he knew to try calm his mind. But where would he start? Where should he go? The Regenstein? Carrar? Mansueto? This being Chicago, he knew it spelled doom if no one was in the reading room. Yet, much to his horror and general dismay, there was none of the usual library melee. His thesis defense he would have to postpone, now that he found he was all quite alone. Although our survivor was still subdued, he had to resume his search for some food. Sallying forth on roads and through parks, he made his way quite quickly to Clark's. The doors he found were open quite wide. It was such a sight he saw just inside, overwhelmed and brought tears to his eyes. Untouched, preserved, a plate of cheesy fries. With no obligations, our hero was free to do as he wished and be what he'd be. That's it, he thought. I know what I must do. So onward he marched, back to sub-basement 2. Thus endeth this year, this long 2012, the memories of which we've hoped to dissolve.